What is going on? Cancel the stream. Lol. We are not canceling the stream. We are here. Welcome. We're just doing a little live stream hangout. Let me actually fix this. So it's... There we go. More centered on me. What is up, guys? What is going on? I'm just making sure we sound loud and clear. Loud and clear. Can you hear me? We got King Shadow. We got Minecraft, Eamon, and Carlos Cruz. So yeah, we're just we're hanging out today. Obviously, we're getting snow over here in South Jersey, so it's getting to that time of year where you just get screwed over with snow. So basically, I'm just making sure everyone's like in here before we're good. We got 20 people in here, but only 6 likes. So let's get that likes, at least the likes up a little bit. If you guys are in here, that'd be awesome. So we're gonna talk about a couple things as well. Just kind of hanging out, obviously. So I'll be answering super chats, donations, anyone in the chat. And we'll just be hanging out. And of course, the Let's Talk Resident Evil. The next episode is in the can. So that will be edited after, this, essentially. So I'll be working on that tonight. and getting that out for you guys tomorrow, hopefully, for the weekend. Because like I said, we're getting a bunch of snow, so I can't go anywhere. Not that I would really go anywhere anyway, because, if the roads are shitty and all that stuff, it's just like... But, it could also not be a storm. Who knows, right? Because sometimes they say storm and snow, and I only know this because I live in South Jersey, when we've gotten, flaked on before as far as the snow kind of just piecing, or we get something that's small, and, it's not anything crazy, but, it gets fucking cold as bricks over here, so... Justin said we got the massive blizzard here in Ontario, so there you go. It's probably all related. Jackie Boy's here too. What's up, Jackie Boy? I don't like the fact that YouTube changed it on my end to where my mods and my members used to be green with everyone with the membership, but now YouTube just makes it white, which is weird. So I don't know why they changed the color coding of the name. It's really weird. How was your day, guys? Anything special? Nothing special. Just, yesterday was pretty fulfilling. Got a lot of stuff done. And I was able to talk with Nuji over at Resident Evil Challenger, and we did the show. And that's the guest that we have. So that's going to be very fun to edit and release. And obviously, I'm kind of doing the ones and the twos while I'm shooting the show now. So I'm like switching video and trying to edit in real time, which saves a lot of time, depending on how I'm shooting it. So I say we're going to get 25 feet. Thank you, Jackie Boy, for the $2 super chat. So that actually, Jackie Boy, you are the first, my friend. Maybe this will actually work. I don't know if it's going to work. Probably not. Because, who knows how Streamlabs works. But this, you see this up here in the corner? Quest 2 goal. So we're going to talk about that, right? So a lot of you guys want me to, do a run on Resident Evil 4 VR. And, of course, I'm in the middle of doing a Resident Evil 7 VR, which is fine because it kind of lines up perfectly because I was able to get one, piece of VR equipment and play that for you guys. But this right here, 30 days to go, we can obviously crush that. But this is a goal. If you guys want me to play Resident Evil 4 VR, this stuff isn't cheap. So the goal is $350. It's $299 plus tax. It's about covers it. Part with YouTube actually takes from it. But yeah, so that's the goal, right? So any contributions to that obviously will be, I'll shout you guys out, and we'll do a little thanks for the live stream and everything, because we would do it like that. I don't know, it's like doing something like that live stream, it's very challenging to do a live stream when, oh no, battery low, oh no, you can't see me, oh no, not the battery, no, not the battery, shit. Oh no, not the battery. Not the battery. There we go. And that's how you fix it live on the air. There we go. That's what happens when you don't plug in the camera. I broke it. Yeah, so as far as iVillage VR, yeah, I don't know if that's even happening, because like I predicted back when we were covering Village, I said I don't think it's getting a VR support. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things. But yeah, so we were promised Resident Evil Village, DLC, and there isn't really, any real updates with that. So don't even know if that's what is actually going to happen this year. I would hope so, but we know how long they made us wait for the Not a Hero DLC, right? So it's getting 4 DLCs. Yeah, so that's, I mean, if that's the case, then, I mean, Resident Evil 7 had, 2 things of DLC, so 2 or 3, like, I think it was the band footage and the end of Zoe and then Not a Hero. So 3, if you really think about it. So that's not really surprising, but at the same time, like, it's not really, it wasn't really good in Resident Evil 7, to be honest with you. It just wasn't really that good with the DLC. But I was saying something before I got distracted. Oh, yeah. The Resident Evil 7 VR experience is awesome. So obviously, shout out to Perry, got the VR headset, hooked me up with that with a good deal. But, we had to send it out to Sony because there was an issue with it. It worked up until a certain point. And then, of course, right when we went live, like everything else, technical issues arise and stuff goes wrong. So Resident Evil 7 VR was supposed to be, it was supposed to be before Village because we were just planning on doing it because we're like, oh, we never did it. So, yeah, I think I can't even get this thing to work properly, this goal. But it's all right. Maybe I got to manually do it, right? Maybe I got to manually do it. But yeah, so long story short, with all this stuff, I think that there's going to be, there's going to be a time that, the VR stuff, like whether or not Village actually gets VR, I don't think so. Jackboy says, when are we getting another film from me? Soon, I'm going to be, pretty much in that process of piecing everything together, probably throughout, February. And then we'll be able to get it out by, March is the plan, try to put something out each quarter in terms of like a bigger piece of the puzzle where I can kind of fill in the rest of the content with shows or movie discussions. And that's over on Inocular Productions. And I'm going to actually link that here because I am trying to get over 1,000 subs. And obviously I'm trying to do this thing full time just with this channel. And my film channel I've had since 2007. And unfortunately, with obviously the new rules, we, you can't monetize it unless you're over 1,000. But here you go. This is the page here. It's the old URL. So that's my film channel. So check that out. Obviously, I'm putting stuff on there. So, stay tuned for that. I'll be talking about that channel more and promoting it as the months go on. I hope we'll get Code Veronica Remake MMA. Hope so. Also, can you do a life of content creation video from Ltre? That would be cool. I wouldn't mind doing that in like a film type style, considering this year is kind of starting out with kind of like a clean slate. So yeah, I really hope that the film I'm creating, Eamon, is it's a horror short film, a fan film, basically. And yeah, it's a Halloween fan film, which is going to be interesting. Jared Scott says, any experience with 3D printed figures from Etsy? No, Jared. Thank you for the $1.99 super chat. I'm working on actually pulling up. Let's see here. Dashboard. I might have to manually do this shit because I want to have this up here. And I want to, let's see, all widgets, donation goal. Why the fuck isn't it working? I don't know why it doesn't work constantly, but this is the first time I'm testing it out. So, but yeah, I haven't had any 3D printed stuff from Etsy, but I know like there's a lot of cool shit that people can do, and you know they do the keys and they do everything like that. So, what the fuck? This is weird. Well, use this and launch it in the window capture. But like, interesting. So okay, so we got 2, 4, 2, 4, 6. So $6. So we're gonna start. The starting amount will be $6 because you guys are very generous today. Thank you for the $2 super chats. Appreciate that, guys. Again, thank you. Like, you know, days like today, you know, sometimes I wake up and I think, man, I am really grateful to have you guys and to, you know, have your support. And, you know, I'm able to do this as a job, and I'm trying my best to keep pushing and to stay positive. So thank you guys for, you know, being a reminder that I can keep doing shit, you know. And for stuff like this, for the content, it's going to be, you know, pretty interesting because, again, we're going to have, we're going to be able to actually do some RE4 VR, which I know came out in October. Let's see. I'm a little distracted because I have to do this real quick. I'm trying to add it. So thank you. So Cam with the last one. Start goal. There we go. $6. Bam. Look at that. You guys are already helping. So I'm really excited to get, you know, hold of it, and, you know, it's gonna be cool. So there's just gonna be an interesting process, right? Because keep moving on, Tony. I love horror films since childhood. Yeah, right. So yeah, I'm gonna try my best. Cam says, keep on trucking, buddy. Much love for you, LTR fam. Thank you, Cam $9.99 super chat. Coming in hot. But my thing is, why isn't this thing working? Unless it wants me to do it as a window capture. Thank you, Cam. Appreciate that. $9.99 super chat. So that brings us to $15. Let's see. It's all right. That's why I'm kind of doing this thing now, because it's like, oh, I can actually get this thing ready when I... Goal. Oh, that's nice, right? Boom. Nope. That's the donation goal screen, but I can't get it going. So it's all right. I'm gonna pretty much keep track of what we make in this stream, and I'm just gonna add it to this number here. And then when I figure it out and I work it into the next live stream, which will probably be soon because, you know, I'm getting snowed in, but the next live stream I'll add it to it. So all your contributions in this stream will be added to this. So thank you guys for that. I don't know why it's not working. Chromeface says, do you think Welcome to Raccoon City will be a cult movie to watch for aesthetic purposes? I personally don't like the film, but it feeds that need for an RE film close to the game in live action. I mean, I would disagree respectfully. I mean, I don't think it feeds any kind of need. I think it's pretty lackluster and shitty, in my opinion. And I'm going to be doing a video, and I keep saying this, but I am going to be doing a video looking back at Welcome to Raccoon City and watching it through it again and talking about it as I go through it. But it's going to take a little bit longer. So, do what we can do. What's up, David R? Yeah, hopefully the snow isn't too bad. By the way, I really like the shelves in the background. Looks like the movie gaming critic studio. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much, this was kind of just inspired not only by my girlfriend Callie, who was like, yo, you should probably, switch up your background because it's, you have so much stuff and you might as well show it off, right? So that's kind of why it switched up, because it needed to change. And change is good sometimes, and, why the fuck not, right? Abraham with the 75 NHL. So now we're up to $19.02, so thank you. Abraham says, do you think that they will ever kill Leon and Chris to introduce new characters passing the torch? If so, how do you think the reception would be? Well, it's almost like kind of what we're getting, Abraham, is I feel like that's already happening, unfortunately. But I feel like they're killing them off silently. And it might not be on screen. It might not be by a BOW. It might not be by, Wesker or, these villains that we've come to know, because if you're going to kill them off, instead of just aging them or forgetting about them in memory, right? Because that's how they're kind of killing them off in the current timeline. So the big thing, in my opinion, is they've already kind of done that. They've already, they're still using Leon, like he's still going to be used in Resident Evil 4 Remake. But in the current timeline, what are they actually going to do when, we're fast forwarding to Rose as an adult? Chris is now in his like 70s, late 60s, and it's almost like time is passing everyone by. And I don't really think that that's like being talked about enough, unless they go back and they say, hey, this is what happened with Leon, or hey, this is what happened with Chris during this time jump, right? But I don't think, I'm already not reacting well to it, only because I didn't really like Ethan, and I'm not really going to like Rose if they go in that direction in RE9. But that's just my opinion. I understand if people feel a connection to, this, but understanding that, playing RE7 in VR, live streaming, it's one of those things where, you start to realize that this is why Ethan doesn't have a face. This is why they never gave him a face, was because of this. Because of a VR headset. Because I am supposed to be Ethan. But instead of writing, like a more hardcore appeal of characters to the OGs, bringing them back, that, RE6 was the last time. And it sucks. So the reception, in my opinion, is already kind of negative in from my standpoint, because I'm not a fan of the new characters that they are pretty much forcing on us and saying, hey, and then when you do bring in Chris Redfield, it just literally it wasn't enough. They really did him dirty. They did one of my favorite characters dirty in Village, and that's why that's kind of offensive to me, But it's just my opinion. So Jin comes in with the 20 try. Thank you, Jin. Really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much for, again, all these contributions are starting. We're almost a quarter way to the goal. So, you know what I mean? So, like, we're getting there. We got, we're slowly getting there. Let's see. Just trying to read the comments here. Chris is the new Spencer. Well, I don't know about that, but I don't know. Like, again, if they were going to turn him evil, the fact that they were kind of playing with that in this one and it was a cop-out was just a bummer. Because I felt like if you're going to go all in with it, you should have just went all in instead of just not doing that. Anything else you're planning to get for your collection? Carlos Cruz, it's a good question, man. I'm really looking forward to trying to find. You guys are gonna laugh at this. A Resident Evil 4 GameCube. That's something that I've been thinking about because I kind of got this console here. Which if you haven't checked out the collection update video, for some reason it's kind of struggling to get some views. Who knows why that is? But go check it out. It got about like 500 something views, but check it out. It's a cool video. We unboxed it and we unboxed it from the eBay packaging. Unfortunately, I don't have the box with me, but I'm trying to get the RE4 GameCube. Chainsaw controller is just really expensive, but again, you got to find someone who you can make an offer, you make a deal, figure something out. Dylan is coming in hot with the $9.99 super chat. You are, my friend, among the others this stream. You're the first. Right now we're up to $30.49 for the donations towards the Oculus Quest 2. So Resident Evil 4 VR is going to happen sooner. It says, happy to see the content keep dropping after a change with John leaving. Always happy to support. Welcome to Raccoon City felt like the cinematic equivalent of reading the synopsis of a book the night before a test. Yeah, I just, and I'll talk about this more in the video. It's just, and thanks, man. Appreciate the kind words, and thank you for your generosity this stream. I really think that it's very weird when they don't seem to understand that putting so much into one movie, and then also if you're not going to make the movie any longer than what it is, not that would have made it better, but you have to understand that you have to make it like one film for the games. I feel like that to get that point across, and it's not like it's that hard to do. But they're thinking, oh, we can just cram it in one instead of trying to do a sequel and this, and this, even though they're going to do a sequel, but it'll be on something completely different. Not that they're doing a sequel. I'm just saying that that was their mindset before because, they filmed this, during, the movie theater shutdowns and everything. When there wasn't an industry for theater movies and theater in general. Right. So they lost a lot of money. So, it sucks that they ended up kind of not caring as much as we thought they were going to care because you looked at the cast just didn't fit the characters. They didn't act like the characters. And it was just stupid. It was just kind of silly, to be honest with you. But I understand why individuals like it. I can see, holy shit. Jin coming in with the 200 try, and he supports me on Patreon. So this guy's showing double support. So just smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. Yo, thank you, Jin. Thank you so much. We're almost $50 in. We're $45.27 US for, this Oculus. So we got, almost $305 to go, thanks to you guys. So we're going to, we're getting there, guys. So appreciate that. Thank you. And again, we are going to be finishing Resident Evil 7 VR slowly but surely. And that's going to be, a game changer as far as how I kind of view VR, since this is my first VR experience. Well, we'll talk about that. So Resident Evil 7, holy shit. Lucius with the 449 pounds says, love the channel and keep up the good work. Thank you. Thank you so much, man. So we literally have already $299 to go for this Oculus Quest 2, thanks to you guys. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Hey, what's up? Just watching some Legacy videos. What's up, Quentin? Shout out to Quentin. You're also on the Patreon. Thank you, guys. So my first VR experience live streaming was kind of brutal because, you're watching the stream or reading the chat in the comments, and that you're trying to take breaks, obviously. So I try to take breaks every 25 minutes or half hour, and then I read the chat, read super chats that I miss because it's just me doing it. But I would have to just, I take breaks. And that's why I was thinking for the Oculus Quest 2 RE4, I was like, man, should I just do this in a Let's Play style or live stream it? But I feel like you guys would want the live stream, interaction, but I wouldn't be interacting with you immediately because it would be, it it would be like in my breaks, because my experience with VR, I get like, motion sickness after a certain amount of time. Like after the stream, I pretty much had to just like lay down and just to like chill for a little bit. And I wasn't like sick. I just kind of felt like weird in my head. Like I just felt like, I don't know, like a light headache and just like, very, very strange. So, so it is a little brutal to stream for that long, but obviously like, it's all good. Like as far as like, if I'll know when it's not like I was like, I'm going to pass out and like, no, I wasn't like that, as you guys saw, I was just taking breaks, looking, lifting up the goggles, taking a look at reality, trying to stay, leveled. And, I was fine. It was fun. It was a really fun, and I'm not done. I want to beat it. RE7 really isn't that long, and for me, I don't remember everything about that game. I've only beaten it a couple times, since its release 5 years ago. And the last time that I played it was, Quentin talked about the Legacy series. That was the last time that I actually played it, because that was my turn to play a game, and RE7 ended up being my run. And when we were playing it, and it was right in March. It was right like in March is when we were still home from work. We didn't know what the fuck was going on in that couple week gap. And, we were playing RE7, and that was my last memory of playing it. So I'm going to try to go in and obviously beat it, but take my time. Those streams might be a little bit shorter. But, appreciate that. Lev, 85, $2 super chat. Just keep up the good work, and thank you, Lev. And thank you all for being the first to contribute to the Oculus. Abraham Canals for the NHL 75. It says, personally, there's still so much content to explore from Raccoon City. Perhaps a game based on the Umbrella Lab Outbreak would be cool. A hunk too. Yeah, a lot of people kind of talk about that. What's up, Gowdy? What's up, man? What's up, homie? A lot of people talk about that, right? Like, can you go back into Raccoon City? And, well, here's the thing. While people give it shit, Operation Raccoon City is a fun game. And I've championed that game for years. I did a review back in 2012 right here on the channel when it came out, and people hated me for liking it. And I was like, look, it's a what if scenario. It's a little silly. It isn't. It's a little janky. It isn't like a perfect game, but I did like it because I thought the co-op was fun. And it was a what if scenario. It's not like it had to happen. It's not like you had to kill Leon, right? You could have at the end. That was the choice, right? That was the whole teaser buildup, was like, you can choose. And you could play as the villains. And then a DLC came out, and then you're playing as a whole different squadron, right? So that's cool. Like, they had those certain ideas. Now, a lot of people, they are thinking, well, just do Outbreak, right? Well, I was thinking, go back to Raccoon City and do what you said. Make a story, Abraham, like you just mentioned. Do some kind of story where it makes it co-op. It makes it like an Outbreak type game. They're not going to remake Outbreak 1 and 2, guys. Like, they're not going to remake Outbreak 1 and 2 as they are in that form, ever. They're just not going to. It's like how Code Veronica is, like, shafted for some reason. It's like the redheaded stepchild. Like, oh, can't, why? It's a good game, and you can still, do what you got to do on the RE engine to make it look good, right? In modern graphics. Same thing with Dino Crisis. We know this, right? But I just think they should do something else in Raccoon City that might be a group of survivors that were there, or something that interacts them with, our BOWs that we know and love. So you sprinkle in reoccurring enemies, right? Like stuff from Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, like you do that. Because that's kind of what they tried to do in Operation Raccoon City. I did see Scream 5, Alex Receival. I did enjoy it. It's not a perfect film. It's not my favorite Scream sequel, but I'll talk about that a little bit more on my film channel coming up. Penguin says Wesker died in 5, not 6. LOL. I still want him back, whether it's 4 or 5 remake. They should just reboot. Yeah, I know he didn't die in 6. I never said that, unless you're talking to someone else. I don't know, but no, I know Wesker died in 5. Simmons, on the other hand, was just very forgettable. In the same way, the VR, I'm fine for a while, but then I need a break. Love that game. It's fun if you have good players. Yeah, it is, definitely. It's definitely underrated. I agree. I think, gets a lot more shit. What's up, Cult of Eon? We got our fellow YouTube members in here, which, for some reason they don't turn up green on the YouTube thing, but on Streamlabs they do. So thank you guys for being YouTube members. I really appreciate that. And, Gowdy says, headache from hell, tested positive for the C for the first time today. Your videos take my mind off it, though. Hope you're well, man. Hope I haven't missed any big announcements. No, man. Well, look, I hope you're well, man. I hope you, don't get crazy, symptoms or anything like that. I hope it just passes, and you can rest. Just drink a bunch of fluids, drink water, just rest. Just literally try to fucking sleep, man. Like, just do what you got to do. Watch the content you have to watch that kind of puts you at ease. And if you watching some of this helps, that's awesome, man. I appreciate that, but I also hope that you're well, and you do what you got to do. Take time off. Over here we're getting snowed in, so for this weekend I'm just chilling. I'm just hanging inside. So maybe for this weekend you can just relax, do what you got to do, man. But yes, I did see Scream 5, Resident Evil Infinity, like what Assassin's Creed is doing for multiplayer. Yeah, I mean, a Raccoon City game like that where you can always play co-op with people. Come on. Who wouldn't want that? Who wouldn't want that? Jackie Boy says, let's all storm Capcom to make the games we want to play. LOL, that's a bad idea. Yeah. We can't force them to go and make the games they want. We already know they are making Resident Evil 4 remake and playing it, but they're making that and, going on to Resident Evil 9 and all that stuff. Did Outbreak characters go on to have small roles in the storyline? No. They were around in canon, like they baked them into canon. So they're there and they reference that even in remake too, but they just didn't really continue many other characters. Carlos Cruz says, "Hey Anthony, if you're not busy this weekend, maybe we should play some Resident Evil games." Yeah, I mean, if I don't know what the deal is with tomorrow in terms of like streaming. Like I might have to stream tomorrow, and because it is the end of January, so I need a little push before the end of the month here. But I will let you know, man. Like I got you on Discord, and I got your number, so I can literally just text you. Simmons was so illogical. Turns to a horse, then a T-Rex, and a giant 40-foot fly, then back to human again. What the fuck? Yeah, man. I don't know. It's so weird. Like, I just didn't like those designs, I just thought they were lazy, and they didn't really do anything for me. So, that was kind of my vibe with Simmons. Wasn't a fan. But the goal is, as far as content, to kind of talk about that for a little bit, like what's going on. Obviously, the Resident Evil podcast is in the can, so expect that this weekend. And it's also going to be it just passed, coming up, it's going to be the 12th anniversary of the channel. So, which is crazy. That will be here for 12 years. So I might do something to stream that. I might stream something or just play some games that maybe I played back then. I don't even know what I'm going to do. I didn't even do something for the 10-year anniversary, which I wanted to do, but it just didn't happen because that was in 2020, and the rest is history with that year. The last couple years, right? But and we had to do the Legacy series and stuff. Like I had a bunch of stuff planned that unfortunately just never happened. But on February 6th, that will be the 12th-year anniversary. So that will be next Sunday, because this Sunday is the 30th. So next Sunday, I might do a live stream. I usually don't stream on Sundays. It's usually my day off, but I might do something for that. So stay tuned for that. The good news is that the channel is doing well. I'm trying to grow and trying to push to 20K. That's the goal. We have 2,979,595 views, which is crazy. So we're almost to 3 million views with, a 12-year run. I know that's, for some people, that could be looked at as very small. It's not, big growth, but for me, it means a lot. So Jack says, do I watch Cobra Kai? I don't. It was on YouTube originally, but that's something you may be able to get for your film channel. Yeah, maybe. I want to watch it. It's just like I got to watch it with Callie, and then it's like, we're watching Death Note right now, which is fucking crazy. Yeah, Stevie Mac, we're going to get snow here soon because you're in the area, so So yeah, expect content coming out tomorrow because I'm going to be editing the show once I wrap up here. And it was a really fun show. I'm really looking forward to you guys seeing it. Pat is here because Residents promoted you. Well, that's awesome, man. Yeah, I think they shared something for the podcast I did with Beggy, so check that out as well. That was really fun. And yeah, it was really fun. JJ was on this channel back in like 2012, 2013. So on episodes of the show. So that shows you how far back we go. Abraham says, imagine an online co-op of holding up a certain locations, like 4-player co-op on holding the RPD, where players need to do tasks on different locations, require great strategic planning. Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, it really wouldn't take them that much of a, they have all the assets. They have Raccoon City ready to go, so they can easily do something like that and use all those areas. It's really shocking they haven't done anything like that. And it's still shocking that they haven't done anything with the original trilogy, and this being the 25th anniversary, it kind of felt a little, for them, 5.7 million units for Village. That's great. Or whatever it is, right? 4.7, 5.7. I'm going to actually check that now because I'm going to get fact checked, son. Resident Evil Village ships 5.7. I was on it. 5.7. So, yeah. So it's like, I just felt that they could have just came out with something different. And Reverse is still delayed and nothing's happening with Reverse. So what the hell, you know what I mean? We just got the 2022 placeholder. So yeah, very odd 25th anniversary in my opinion. Would you rather have a Resident Evil 4 remake or RE 3.5 brought to life? Probably 3.5. I don't think 4 really needs a remake right now, because I still think it's a great game. And it's just like how Last of Us is rumored to get a remake. It's like, why? RE4 is older, and I understand it's a little more dated in certain aspects. I get it. But, awesome. Well, that reminds me. We're talking about Resident Evil 4. Mr. Patriot says, how's it going? Keeping yourself warm from the storm? You know it, man. Definitely. And I'm going to keep myself busy and occupied because that's just all I can do is just edit and put out content for you guys and keep you guys entertained, right? Because you need content. You need stuff to watch. You need stuff to listen to when you go to work. People need new stuff all the time. So the more active I'm able to be as, I do even stuff like this where I just shoot the shit and talk with you guys and then play the games another couple days a week. So I'm in the very, very, very small minority that really enjoyed Resistance. Yeah, I never actually gave it the time of day, to be honest with you. So maybe we'll be able to play. I'm trying to do Patreon and, that kind of thing with playing with people, obviously. But obviously off of Patreon, just in our free time, maybe we can actually get some of us together to play it. But yeah, it's I don't know. Reverse was just shafted. They just didn't care. I think Capcom should what is Jack saying? Capcom should do novels. Yeah, I don't know, man. like for 4, 5, 6, 7, all that stuff. It's just very strange. Like S.T.A.R.S stopped doing the Resident Evil stuff, but I don't know. It's almost like it's maybe stopped at the right time. Like it kind of covered the the better era, I guess, if you want to say. Resistance was bland, extremely short game mode. I just want to start a match and then boom, 1 minute later it's over, says Abraham. Okay, interesting. Interesting to get some input. I'll check it out. Like, is that a 4K Nightmare on Elm Street behind your left shoulder? So Nightmare on Elm Street. Are you talking about right here? So this is my lovely tin signed by the one and only Danielle Harris, who I've worked with many times at Monster Mania. This is a lunchbox that I got from a comic shop in Philly in about 2016, I think. It's pretty cool, right? Very old school, but very cool. So, not the 4K, but the 4K set is coming from Scream Factory. We just don't know when, but it's coming. So, what the hell? Something got on this. As long as the tin's okay. Yeah, these tins are fucking crazy, man. They used to be like, this one's numbered. It's got, 15,000. So I actually got a low number. I got, 1,118 of the tin. There's a 4 tin of this that probably goes for some money. But I do have this on deck. Look at that. I don't even think these things are made anymore. You had to get them while they were hot off the presses. We're not fucking around. We're not fucking around. We got all this shit. Look at this. Look at this. Scream the collection. Look at this. Oh, man. Signed by the Queen herself, Neve fucking Campbell. Sidney Prescott, the Queen. Her and Jill are like the reason why I've always like fucked with like brunettes and like that's like my type, right? It's because of Sidney Prescott and Jill, those two. And yes, this is Doug Bradley. We got representing Hellraiser today. But the 4K set though for Nightmare is great. See, I only have the This is the only set that I actually have, the old school set of A Nightmare on Elm Street. The classic box set from 1999. That's how old this fucking thing is. And the only Blu-ray that I got before recently was, I got the first one on Blu-ray, and then I found a 2 and 3 double pack at a Dollar Tree or Dollar General or something. So, that was the thing. But yeah, you think we're fucking around? We got all this shit on deck now, so it's all here. Your favorite horror movie is my favorite horror movie. That's what Gowdy's asking. It's Halloween, the original. I watched all chapters of Hellraiser. Cool film. Yeah. Rambo, what's up, man? Hope you're doing well. Hope you've been good, man. I don't know if you're getting some of this fucking snow over there, because are you in Iowa? Is that where you are? I might have fucked that up, but a lot of snow is coming through South Jersey, so I'm just kind of hanging in. And New Nightmare is very underrated. That's like, I do like New Nightmare a lot. I know some people don't. But I do. So I'm actually getting I'm awaiting an Amazon package at the moment. Maybe we'll actually get it on air. It's 10 stops away. So yes, we are. This motherfucker is like zooming. Like I drove for Amazon for a little bit, and I I didn't drive in shitty weather conditions, but if I knew snow was coming, I would be whipping that van like a motherfucker. So snow here in Texas. Oh, you're in Texas. Okay, that's where you are. I got that completely wrong. But if you're in Texas, you're fine. I don't think you got to worry about the snow over there. Here in South Jersey, it's just bad, Rambo. It's just bad with the snow. But also, you got everyone going out to the supermarkets, and they got to get the bread and milk, and everyone, and then it's funny when it's a cop out, right? When it's like not as bad. So, favorite between Jason Voorhees, Freddy, and Michael Myers. Michael Myers is my favorite. I like them all, and I think they all have good movies. And some people might prefer one over the other, but I like them all essentially. But obviously, Michael Myers is my favorite. Jackie Earle Haley as Freddy. I don't know. Like I'm not gonna like blame the guy for the script, obviously. But it just, the makeup was shitty, and I just think he was dealt a bad hand of cards. To be honest with you, I just think that he just was dealing with just like a lot of dumb bullshit, and also it was really bad. I used to live in Iowa, so you're good. Okay, cool. So that was from back then. It's all good. I figured I got something right. I was like, I could have sworn, but that's all good. It's all good. Yeah, it's the new Scream for me. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to do like on my film channel / movie channel, I guess now I can call it, because that's kind of where I want to do discussions and reviews about that. My buddy does not like Scream 5, and I actually liked it more than him, but I don't think it's the best sequel. In fact, I am going to watch Scream 4 again because I haven't watched it. I didn't get a chance to watch it before Scream 5, and I didn't get a chance to watch it right after Scream 5, but I want to watch Scream 4 and see what I prefer, and talk, before we talk about it. We do have to worry because last year we had snow and ice enough to lose power for 2 weeks. Oh, shit. Damn. I think I remember hearing about that, but damn, I didn't even know. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, it's nuts how some years, like, it varies in weather, like how shitty it can be. Like, that's how South Jersey is, and over here on the East Coast, it's like, it could go either way. Like, some years you get nothing, and then people are like, oh, we're not getting a winter, and then all of a sudden it's like, it'll come out of nowhere. But we always get it in, like, late January, like February, March. Like, we always seem to get like wrecked with snow. It's never December. It's never November. It's always just like this time of year where it just gets bricks outside and you're just freezing your ass off. But that's why us content creators, at least we got something to do, right? We got something to do inside to stay fucking productive when shit weather comes and you can't even, not that I want to drive out in this shit anyway, you know what I mean? But some people have to. You got to go to work, got to do what you got to do. But playing games and just watching movies is the best. So my Amazon package, I'm getting a couple movies in here, so I'll probably unbox that on stream if it's here. I obviously can check my Ring doorbell, but I want to actually check my Amazon app and just to see if it's here. Because I usually get my packages around like 3:30, 4 o'clock. That's usually like the magic time that they come through. And like I said, they're zooming because they do not want to be caught in the snow in a fucking van. That's like the last thing that you would want. Do you like the first couple Insidious movies? I thought 1 and 2 were great. I like James Wan's work. I actually didn't mind Insidious 1 and 2. It's been a while. I don't think I've seen 3. Was that the prequel, right? So, yeah. Okay, so it says out for delivery, so it's probably just here or it's getting here. Because on the GPS, it's 9 stops away. So they're on the other side of the development. So it'll get here soon. Maybe I'll unbox them on there. Because I'm going to watch a movie tonight, guys. I'm going to make some popcorn after I'm done editing and everything. And I'm good. Like, for tomorrow's content, I'm going to, like, watch some movies. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to watch. Because I'm going to show you what I unbox here a little bit. Do you like the first couple? Or I already read that. Insidious. Yes. So Insidious is great. I always liked the first one the best. I love the soundtrack. I love it was different. that era in horror was very wonky because you still had kind of remakes windering off, but then they started to do a lot of you know, the spooky, scary house paranormal movies or the found footage movies. And, Insidious did it in a way where it felt refreshing. So I think that what he brought to that was a refreshing take. And the scares were effective, and it was like very odd and, strange and like mindfuckery, in a sense. Not really. It wasn't like a psychological film, but it was very just like kind of like in your face in a sense, if that makes sense, with how loud it was and aggressive. Like you see the title screen and it's like the violins are going off and you're like, what am I getting myself into? Like, holy shit, it's loud. Like, and that's what I like about that movie is that it's fucking loud. Like when they were editing that, they were just like, oh yeah, when this kid jumps out of this dresser here, we're gonna just punch up the audio and just like have him laugh, So it's just, but it's very in your face. Like it's like broad daylight. And there's something cool about that. I like the whole idea of, that's one thing I kind of liked in Scream 5. Like one of the deaths happens and it's in broad daylight. I always kind of like that. It's always something creepy about that, right? Because you think of something disturbing and it happens at night or whatever. It's always like late, or early in the morning when it's still dark. But something happening in broad daylight in the middle of a neighborhood, that's just very like creepy to me. There's something unsettling about that. So I like, there is a certain kill in Scream 5. I'm not going to spoil it, but it happens right outside and it's like, holy shit. Like that's kind of cool. I wasn't expecting that. I like when they switch it up. Did you see the Texas Chainsaw Massacre poster and when we get a new trailer on the 31st? So I did see the poster. I really don't know. I actually really want to hear what Dead Pit wants to say about it because I requested them to cover Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, which is one of my favorite sequels, and I think that's the only way that, number one, it will ever be a true sequel, and number two, it was still made by Tobe Hooper. So you had that. I'm bringing it all down. Rambo says, did you see Scream 5? I did. I have to upload the review and also a playthrough I did on Resident Evil 4. It was a lot of fun playing through that again. First time I played legit, aka with no Chicago typewriter, in a while. That's awesome, man. I'm actually really looking forward to that. I have been trying to catch up on your Resident Evil 7 Let's Plays, and I've really been enjoying that, man. It really takes me back to when I would do Let's Plays on this channel back in like 2010. In fact, Resident Evil 4 always holds I did a Resident Evil 4 memories video, and one thing I wish I kind of talked about a little bit more was that Resident Evil 4 is my first full-length Let's Play on this channel because it was like my favorite, and I just felt like I wanted to do a Let's Play on it. So that always held like a particular place on this channel as well, just like not only in my memory of Resident Evil, but just like going back and like finding like that's kind of what I did with that Let's Play years ago. I like went in fresh after years of dealing with, just, oh, I got the infinite rocket launcher, I got the Chicago typewriter, and then like doing it again was a real treat, and it's very fun. And if I do the VR Resident Evil 4, it's going to be like that again, where like I restart and it's just like, all right, well, let's see what happens, But I did see Scream 5, man, and I honestly kind of agree with what Uncle Bill was saying. I don't know if you listened to their Scream retrospective. Or not retrospective, the Scream 5 review, the one that they just did with the other week. I kind of would rank them in the order that they kind of came out in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, again, I have to rewatch, 4 and see how I feel. But, like, while I didn't hate Scream 5, I would say, I didn't think it was the best sequel out of all of them. Like, that I love Scream 2. Like, Scream 2 is actually really fucking good. And, yeah, this is not even close. And I like Scream 3 because Creed's in it. And, Creed did make that movie. I mean, Scott Stapp told us, what if? And you know what? We didn't believe him. No one listened. Do you prefer the Rob Zombie Halloween 2 theatrical version or the director's cut? I think I prefer the... probably, I don't even know. It's been so long. I would say probably the theatrical cut or the director's cut. What was on the Halloween set? Yeah, the director's cut. I think that's the one I rewatched in like 2015. You hated Scream 5 a lot. Oh man. That's a rant coming through from Rambo, probably, right? That it's fine because it's like my buddy Tyler. Shout out to Tyler if he's watching this or listening to this in post or whatever. We're trying to get together soon and get a Scream 5 discussion / review going, but he didn't like it. He felt the same way you did, Rambo, about it, or like how Uncle Bill is. It's just like he just wasn't for it. Wasn't for the motive. The motive is what killed it for him. Like that, like put the nail in the coffin. So we're gonna kind of discuss that a little bit because us as fans, we can have the civil discussions and talk about it. And me and him are buddies, And so right after the film, we were already kind of discussing like, well, what do you mean this, and this, and what do you? So we saw it a second time because I was like, let's see this a second time. If we're gonna sit down and review this, let's see it a second time, and then I have to do my homework and watch Scream 4 again and see how I really feel about it, right? And I did like it a little bit less the second time I saw it because there was stuff that I noticed that I missed the first time that I just didn't like it, or like liked or didn't like, right? But I still didn't mind it. I don't want to say, oh, it's the best horror film, it's the best Scream sequel. I don't think it's that bad, but I understand. We can always agree to disagree. Gowdy says there are some pictures released on Telltale's The Walking Dead new comic, Clementine. It hurts my heart how they're butchering her story and character. Yeah, me too, man. I really like season 1 and 2. And that's something I would consider playing on the channel, seasons 1 and 2. I can't spoil it, but visions, really? And just other stuff. That's what Rambo says. Just go, what? Toxic fandom? Really? Yeah. See, that's how my buddy Tyler, once he heard the toxic fandom thing, I was just like, he was just like, no, fuck this movie. Unknown Entities, do you think that the Douglas will be removed from Capcom after the Wesker League? No, I don't think so. I think they'll still work with him, considering they've already probably started work. I don't know if he'll go to court or anything like that. Sparksha said, was playing R4 earlier today. Quite long. Drags on a bit. 14 hours in, and for the bit where the Plagas get zapped out in the machine. Still fair bit to go. Good, though. You're really close to the end if you're that far. Rambo says, I did record the rant. It'll be up soon. It's perfectly fine if other people like it. Scream 5 was just not for me. Yeah, it's all good, man. That's why I like watching, your videos or Dead Pit's videos, because like there's a lot of opinions that like are very different than ours, but it's cool to hear that, because when I hear your video, I'm going to be like, he feels the same way that, Tyler feels, or my buddy Tyler, or Uncle Bill, or like whoever, where it's just like, I get it. I understand it from both sides, basically. So it'll be. I'm looking forward to the rant, man. Really looking forward to it. I feel like 4 is the worst one, the dumbest reveal. Well, 4 had a similar one, right? Like where like she wanted to be famous. So it's kind of similar in motive. That it's not really new. But I also told Tyler, I was just like, my buddy Tyler, after the film, I was just like, well, what did you want them to do? In Scream, like they had to talk about the new horror films. They had to talk about, Jordan Peele. They had to talk about all these like topical horror things, right? But I understood where he was coming from, where he felt like that motive was just very tiresome, and to the point where they were just like, well, we want to make our own movie. And it's like, well, they kind of did that in 4, where they wanted to do like, like they wanted to film it and like do all this stuff. And then with this, it was just like, well, we wanted to just like, make the events happen in real life. So a movie, those events spark a better movie. The events within the Woodsboro events would spark a better stab film. And that's what I call it the second time. I was like, okay, yeah, they were just angry Redditors or whatever, but they also wanted to like change the events and make it happen so it would happen within their requel rules, I guess. It still doesn't make it good, but it's just like I was just trying to notice something the second time. I also thought the big death that I'm not going to say was unnecessary. I didn't think it needed to happen. I don't know why you had to do it. And then I also thought that the person that should have avenged that person's death the most, it didn't feel satisfying, if you get what I'm saying. Like it did. Rambo knows what I mean, or anyone that's seen Scream 5. Like it didn't. Like why? Like that whole thing really pissed me off. I did not like that. I I hated the actress that played, you know whose daughter. I hated her. I thought that her sister did way better of a job. And also, you're telling me, I'm just going to say that, I mean, this might be fucking, it's not really a spoiler, but how the fuck is a high school year-old girl gonna fucking outnumber the person that she outnumbered in the hospital? How the fuck are you gonna lift someone up and fucking be like, yeah, bitch, I'm strong now? Like, no. Like, you know who had the upper hand in that fight. But that's all I'm going to say, because I know that's really tiptoeing on some territory there. But so I have problems with it. And that's why seeing it a second time, I wanted to be not riding off the high of like the film and then saying, oh, yeah, like, because it's like, you go see it in a theater. It's an event. You can get COVID. There's a lot of stuff that it could happen when you go see these films. And so that's the problem, is that, people are getting dragged out of their house to see this shit. It's not on streaming services. And is it worth it, right? Is it worth to go out and see the film? And, that, I guess that's what it really is that, is it worth a theatrical thing? But it should have been released on Paramount after like 30 days or something. Because they probably could. I don't know how they leveled the money that Halloween Kills made because of Peacock, but I'm sure it still made some money on there, right? With like, I don't know if how they equivalent streams to money to views. I don't fucking know, or how many signups happened in that month, right? Callie says, me and Aunt watched the main lead girl in another movie and we didn't like her either. Yeah. Willy's Wonderland. She was in Willy's Wonderland and she was bad in that film, and I liked Willy's Wonderland. But that lead actress is just, I just don't like her. Like, there's just something about her I didn't like. And then when I saw her in this film, in the opening where you see her by the convenience store, I was not feeling it. Not feeling it at all. But do you think Halloween Ends will be good? No. I don't think Halloween Ends will be good. And I actually liked Halloween Kills. I know that might surprise people. Now, I don't think it's the best Halloween. I don't even think it's on my top 5 or top 7. You know what I mean? Like, but why? Why does Halloween Ends have to take place in a post-pandemic world? Why? Why? We watch, unless you're watching, an historic movie, a movie based off an event, you know what you're getting yourself into. But when I watch horror movies, goddammit, which is my favorite genre, I don't want to be reminded or brought into the world of today. Halloween has nothing to do with what the past 2 years. Why are you making it that long of a gap? You should have had Halloween, Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends all happen the same night. That's how you do a trilogy. Right? That would have been cool. I understand Jamie Lee Curtis was just farting around in a hospital the whole movie, and because, she was injured. But what the fuck? Like, why do you have the gap? And why do you have to make it be like, oh, well, we have to include, 2020, we got to show that. It's like, no. You don't. Movies are supposed to take you away from that stuff. Movies are supposed to be an escape. Because meta is cool to those cokeheads. Like, Penguin, that's an awesome comment. What's up, Douglas? Welcome, man. Quentin says 1, 2, 3, 5, 4. That's his rankings. Okay. That's how I feel like a lot of people might feel, where they'll hold the trilogy kind of like 1, 2, 3, like that's how they'll rank it, and then like 4 and 5 would swap or whatever. so they can lecture you, just like most movies and shows. Yes, you're right. And as I said in the last live Hangout stream, I'm not for that shit. I think that's really annoying. I think it's ruining a lot of material, and that's what Hollywood is filled with, just bullshit nowadays. So what happened in Kills doesn't lend itself to having ends in the same night. Every main character is gravely injured. Yeah, but they should have wrote. You get what I'm saying? They should have wrote Halloween Kills in a way where they weren't getting injured, because Halloween Ends was going to be like a continuation. Write Kills in a way so that doesn't happen. That's all I would say. No, so I haven't seen the alternate ending. I have the Steelbook right up there. I have to check it out. I was thinking about doing a video on it, like talking about how I feel about the ending. Just more content for the film channel again, like I said. But yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I mean, I know what like I read it because I read it after the fact. After I saw the movie, it was out there because that was the ending that leaked online, was that alternate ending. But I just don't understand why you got to make it in, you can make years pass, but like, just why does it have to be in a post-pandemic world? Why? It's so dumb. It's like, get that out of my Halloween film. Like, we just had Meta with Matrix 4 and look how that turned out. Yeah, exactly. Right? It's like, dude, it's just like, stop. Like, and then with Halloween, it's like, dude, just make a Halloween movie. Like, don't talk about, don't talk about the C word. Don't talk about the politics and shit. It's like, dude, just, we go there for horror. We go there for a slasher film, and the reason why I think I liked Halloween 2018 better than Kills was just because I liked the dynamic between Jamie and, Michael. So, yeah, and it's bleeding into video games too. Exactly. So it's just like, it's supposed to be an escape. And that's why I miss, like, older films that didn't have all that shit. I hope Myers is wearing the N95. Yeah. Yep. And he'll be double masked because he'll have he'll have that, and then he'll have the OG mask. If characters had brains in Halloween Kills, it could have been a miracle. Right, exactly. Like it's all that, like, avoiding of shooting in the head, right? Or like the final blow, right? Like, that they would avoid. Okay, the package is here, so let me go and grab it. We'll do a little fast unboxing for you guys before I head out of here. I have to go edit, but I will be right back. All right, so we have Amazon has blessed us with their fast delivery. Okay. We actually got a, yeah, okay, cool. I like when I see my slip covers. All right, so fresh out of the box, let's do it. First up, we have Last Night in Soho. So this is the brand new Edgar Wright 4K. I'm so happy I got the slipcover on this too. Really fucking happy, because I like when most of my 4Ks have slipcovers. If not, it's not a big deal, but as a collector, I like them on the shelf like that. So, haven't seen it. I didn't see it in theaters. I had a very short theatrical run, and unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to check it out. But I love Edgar Wright, and this movie is supposed to be good, and I want to watch it. So, there you go. 4K. It comes with the Movies Anywhere code. This, I just picked up because I said fuck it. And the slip's a little fucked up. Damn, man. Oh, well. What are you going to do? This is 007. No Time to Die. Which I didn't see. Didn't go see it in theaters. Missed it. But this is a little messed up here. Damn. That usually doesn't happen, but again, it is what it is. As long as it has a slipcover, so yeah, exactly, Rambo. Like what? Like that doesn't even like. It's just like, dude, like what? Like what the hell? Like that? They're two different, completely different things, right? It's like movies are movies, and all the other political shit is just like it's just there. You know what I mean? I just got fired by Amazon. Damn, David R. What did you do? What's also dumb is that there's a reboot movies nowadays. This is from Stevie. Says that they always kill the previously important male character who returns every time. Scream 5, Halloween Kills, never the female. Well, the female characters are always there because they've been there since the 70s and the 80s. You know, I always love our female final girls. Don't get me wrong, but again, it's just like, you know, they just were killing everyone in Kills. So Quentin says honestly, all the characters were dumb as fuck in Halloween Kills. I enjoyed the look and reference for the dumb characters and felt like they were trying to get murdered. Took me out of it. Yeah, like Big John, Little John, like that whole scene was just like silly at the end of the day. If I'm shaking my head during the whole movie, it's bad. Yeah, exactly. Evil dies post-pandemic night. Yeah, exactly. Thoughts on Daymare? I played a little bit of it. I haven't really checked it out. Jeff Grun's in the chat. Edgar Wright is my favorite director of all time. One of my favorites too, man. Really looking forward to watching that. 111. How come the slipcover is so important, Ant? What's up, man? I haven't seen you in a minute. Thanks for coming out to ask that question, though. Yeah, no, I don't know. I just like it looks uniform and I like it, but it's not like the end all be all. Like as you see, I have Blu-rays and even some 4Ks here that just don't have a slipcover. Same thing with this. The last pickup I got today in this is shout out to Richard and Perry. They kind of sold me on this. A Few Good Men. 4K, no slip though. See, so again, it's like some of the why some of these come with slipcovers and don't it beats me. It just depends on where it's coming from. You know, sometimes the first run of 4Ks will have the slips. I've noticed that, like when I would work at Best Buy and I would see 4Ks come in, the first couple batches of one movie would all have slips. Then later they would just come out with just this, just like a case, like a Blu-ray case or whatever. But like for movies like this, like, you know, slipcovers are more important for like Scream Factory or horror. Like that's kind of what I care more about it. Even then, I still get stuff without slips. So like it is what it is. That's all good, 111. I hope you've been doing well, man. Hope you've been well. I just picked up American Psycho on 4K for $14. I want to get that Steelbook. It's probably not even available at Best Buy anymore, but I really want to get that Steelbook. You know, but yeah, so we got A Few Good Men. I'll probably watch this tonight, actually, because I got to show Callie this film. She's never seen it. But yeah, 25th anniversary. So there you go. Got some movies in from Amazon, and it came right before the big-ass snowstorm. But we're going to wrap it up, guys, because I got to get to work on editing the amazing show that we just did with Resident Evil Challenger and Nuji and everything. Dude, that show is going to be awesome. I'm so excited. I want to put this out this weekend, whether you're hanging out, you know, just chilling inside, doing your own thing. It's all good. I want to thank everyone that donated in today's stream. $56.33 is where we are. So we are, I mean, we're getting close. We are getting close. Cold Avion's been a YouTube member for 5 months. This guy isn't fucking around. Cold Avion's the man. Are you a fan of the Revelations games? I'm currently finishing up Revelations 2 for the first time. Rumor has it Revelations 3 is in the works. I have heard that, and I would love another spinoff. I do like Revelations 2 over Revelations 1. I do think both are great games. Holy shit! Quentin! Quentin's not fucking around. Quentin's coming in with a $50 super chat. Holy shit. Thank you, man. So we now went from 350 to like what we have like 240. Let's get a VR. So he's like, fuck it. We have like about $246 left or whatever the hell. So, You guys have been fucking awesome this stream. Thank you so much. So yeah, we're there, $106.33. So that is that's awesome. Appreciate that, man. Damn. Top donator. But thank you all for obviously who donated this stream. Really appreciate that. We had, let's see, we had a few. We had Quentin obviously coming in hot. Colavion always supporting us on the memberships. Abraham, Lev, Lucius, Jin is always generous. Dylan Schmelzinger always coming in hot. Jin, and then Abraham again. We had Cam M.A. coming in, dropping the super chats, and Jared Scott was the guy that kicked off, or Jackie Boy was actually the guy that kicked off the super chat train. I really appreciate that. And you worked at Best Buy. I remember you mentioning that. Black Fridays must have been fun. Oh, dude, yeah. I went through 6 Black Fridays. And the easiest one was in 2020 when no one fucking came out and shopped. Like that, like it was actually slow on Black Friday, which was like, if you could like imagine that, or what was it? 2020? Yeah, it was 2020. Yeah. Cause that was it. That was the year. Yeah. So crazy. Really fucking nuts. Like, but when it was like normal and everything was normal, holy shit, man. It was always busy. Like I would just work on Thanksgiving, So the first Thanksgiving in 2020, they actually gave us Thanksgiving off for the first time in years in Best Buy history. Because even before I worked there, they would always just open, Black Friday started to become Thanksgiving at one point here in the US. So, dude, like they gave us Thanksgiving off, but the Friday was like just, come in early, and dude, it was like no one, and that was in 2020. I used to work at Target where I had to get there around 4 a.m. to unlock trucks. I definitely know the retail circuit. What was the worst customer experience you had? Probably the worst customer experience that I had was, to be honest with you, it was like dealing with a guy that was like cracked out, and he was coming in to try to buy like car stereo stuff, and like when we were like closed. So I was stuck there for like 45 minutes after I was supposed to leave. And it was just like the dude wouldn't like he just didn't end up buying anything. And it was just like that's one that always comes to mind. I over the headset, I called him a cracked out Willem Dafoe, because he looked like if Willem Dafoe just like had a bunch of crack and came out and wanted to shop at Best Buy. So that was one that happened. I also had one guy, one old man, explain to me and another guy how this is pretty foul. So like I'm sorry if this is like just earmuffs if you guys are not ready for this. But it was an old man that like it was almost like you're doing a sale and you're just trying to sell something, and all of a sudden you turn around and he just completely changes the conversation. And he talked about how he once got his wings. And if you know what that is, well, at least like in a sexual term, it has to do with a chick being on her period. And I'm not going to say anything else because I'm not going to get, taken down and people are going to be screaming and yelling at me. But this old man went into full detail about this to the point where I was just like, all right, well, goodbye. Like, if you're not going to buy anything. So something like that's happened. Man, there's been a lot. Some I've just completely forgotten. I've blocked out over the years. One guy screamed at me because these are just the handful of ones I remember that are hilarious. One of them, yeah, exactly, yeah, and he was very animated with his tongue. E.g. Soul Reaver, very very animated. I was just trying to sell him a dash cam. I mean, that's what I thought he was buying, but I guess he was in the mood for something else. But I mean, yeah, Callie worked at Target for 2 Black Fridays before coming over to Best Buy at one point with me. But yeah, Target could be like, crazy. Again, it's just like anything else. It could be crazy. I was honest and said, well, look around. It's 7 p.m. on the cheap day. Everyone is here and the same reason as you, but they weren't late. Yeah, it's just like it's a very weird environment, retail, and just being in it towards March of last year really just proved to me how shattered what happened in the past 2 years, of how it changed everything. It changed. It's not the same, and Best Buy eliminated a bunch of positions, and it's fucked up and it's wrong, and it's all for the top dollar. It's all going towards the people that are making the most money, and they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. I've seen best friends and people that I considered family there, lose a bunch, and I was able to leave on my own terms, but I did what I had to do there. You know what I mean? I've met amazing people. It wasn't the people necessarily in the building that were making those decisions. It wasn't any, because some of them watch my stuff, some individuals here and there, and I would never talk bad about them because they weren't never like shitty to me as a person. I wouldn't have been there for 6 years if not, but it was all the corporate decisions. It's just corporate makes a decision. They call the Batman phone. You pick up the phone and they say, yo, axe this, this, and this. Can't do anything, right? So, and that happened to everybody post March of 2020. So I did my time there, did what I had to do, learned a lot, made money that I had to, put away money, was able to get cool stuff with the discount that went towards, what I do here. So it fueled my passion. And, like Rambo said, there's crazy stories that you have sometimes. List goes on. But, you kind of don't miss those days of being just in crowds and all that stuff. So, hello, what is Resident Evil Challenger about? Resident Evil Challenger, if you don't know what they're about, you should definitely know what they're about, because they are the OGs at doing Resident Evil challenges on the internet back before everything changed with streaming and all these platforms. But Manual, this is their page here. There's Resident Evil Challenger, if you want to know more about Resident Evil Challenger. But you'll find out even more when I put up the show. It's going to be put up tomorrow. Like I said, I'll be able to edit it tonight now that we're getting snow and stuff like that. And did Best Buy at least give a severance pay or offer people a transfer? No transfer, just severance. Severance, or you work like 5 hours a week making no money. And that was for their full-timers, right? So that was the hand that they were dealt. So, again, it is what it is. Life goes on. You put experiences under your belt. It's just another piece of you that, another chapter in your life that you kind of move on from. And it's led me to do stuff like this where, I do this for my income. It's scary. A lot of people don't believe in you. A lot of people are doubters and naysayers. And, I surround myself with people that care, and that's how you have to do it. And that's the mindset you have to have. You have to keep crushing your goals, doing what you got to do. I'm grateful for the community. I'm grateful for the fans and the friends and everyone that I'm still meeting and hanging out with, and really just appreciate everything. And obviously we have, for this stream specifically, as you can see down below, there is an updated description and everything like that. So the updated description is as follows. You have the YouTube membership, which is $5. You get custom emotes, your name. It's supposed to be green in the chat, but they're changing that now, apparently. I don't know if YouTube's doing that. But it allows you to vote in exclusive polls. And you also get access to some early content as well, just like Patreon. We have the Patreon link, though, down below as well. Patreon is where the most of the extra content is going to be prioritized this year, as far as, 24-hour access of videos, uncut podcast recording sessions that you can jump into, which will be for Resident Evil Extinction. Like, that will be one that we'll be doing. NordVPN as well. I have that link down below, guys. If you want to sign up, please use that link. That helps me out a lot. NordVPN does cover you. It protects you. You know, you're searching stuff online, you're shopping online, you're trying to stream, you're trying to keep yourself, away from, your information, because it's so easy for people to actually get your information nowadays. Sign up that way. That really helps me out a lot. And of course, we have merchandise. So the merchandise link is at ltre.store. We have the hoodies, the crew necks. It's really cold right now. We're getting snow in South Jersey. So what the hell? Get a hoodie if wherever you are. Get the hoodie. Get the short sleeve if you're in a hot spot. And we have Discord, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. All those links are down below, and I'll be using more of that as the year goes on. And Perry comes in and says, Scream 4 confirmed to have several deleted scenes. Well, thanks to you, I got the Steelbook, so thanks, man. Really looking forward to that, and I still got to check out the Halloween Kills 4K. We were just talking about that earlier. But yes, so that's about it, guys. So thank you for joining during the whole thing. And Neonic Zombie says, hey, Ant, hope everything's been well. Really sorry I had to downgrade Patreon. I feel bad, but money is getting tight for me lately. Hey, it's all good, man. Like, it's not a problem. Don't feel bad. You're still supporting on the rookie tier on $5, man. You're still going to get, like, content. I try to deliver, no matter what. So don't feel bad, Yeah, we're going to be getting hit with the snow, man. So I'm just going to head off here on the stream. It was a good hour and a half chat. Thank you, everyone that participated in the chat and also super chatted towards the Oculus. We're getting there. And hit that thumbs up. Follow me on all the socials. Support me in any way you can. I really appreciate that. And stay tuned for the next episode of the Let's Talk Resident Evil podcast, debuting tomorrow with Nuji from Resident Evil Challenger. So stay tuned.